Hello, juniors. This is Mr. Jones. We're going to spend about 10 minutes getting you ready for Friday's field trip to the National College Fair. The National College Fair will be this Friday, November 1st at the Washington State Convention Center, where over 300 different post-high school institutions will be represented. At 9:15 on the intercom, we will have juniors who've turned in field trip forms report to their buses, and then we will leave campus at 9:30. At 12 o'clock, we will get back on the buses at the college fair and return back to school by approximately 12:30. All juniors that go to the field trip will be able to go to second lunch and then on to period 6 and 7. In terms of what to bring, we recommend that students bring their backpacks and their belongings. Water, snack, bag lunch is optional. We will be back in time for second lunch, as I mentioned, so bringing a bag lunch is up to you if you want to do that or not. You will be able to leave your belongings on the bus, as the driver will lock up the bus and stay on the bus during the time that we're at the fair. Buses have been assigned. I will be sending out a Schoology message very shortly to indicate where and when we will post the bus list. It's very important that students realize that the bus they are assigned to is the same bus they will ride to and from the fair. So you must ride on the same bus to and from the fair because we have to account for every single student. At this time, field trip forms will no longer be accepted, but if you do want to go, there are a couple of options for you. First, you could have a parent arrange a pre-excused absence through our attendance office, and then that parent can take you to and from the event. Or you can go on Saturday. The fair is open to the public again from noon to 4 at the Washington State Convention Center. We'd like you to get the most out of your time while at the fair, so highly recommend that you bring a list of colleges, even if you just have a handful of places that you want to check out. What we saw last year was that students that did have lists seemed to get a lot more out of their time at the fair because they could go directly to those booths. They even had a few questions in mind to ask. And those that did not, it can feel like a very overwhelming experience because it's such a large venue, and it can feel like you're aimlessly walking around picking up random pamphlets. So to avoid that, go into your Naviance account and try the super match, run a search or 2 or 3, and see what comes out for you. And then after you do come up with even just a small list, is check to see which colleges are attending the National College Fair, and you can do that by going to the website that's listed here. You can also get to that same website by Googling Seattle National College Fair 2019 and get the same results. One of the nice things about that website is not only will you be able to tell which colleges will be there, but they will also indicate which booth number they are at. So you can really maximize your time by going directly to the booths for the colleges that are on your list. Now, a couple of pointers when you're talking with a rep. Something to keep in mind is that first impressions are very important. So when you approach one of the representatives, we want you to know it's not a formal interview or anything like that, but it is a way for you as the student to show interest in a college. It's also an opportunity for the representative to get to know you as well, so that they can be thinking about, how could this potential student fit our college program. When you do introduce yourself, share your name, tell them that you're from Mercer Island High School, let them know what some of your interests are, shake their hand, be personable. The third bullet point is making eye contact. So any of the technology that you're carrying with you, whether it's cell phone, headphone, earbuds, put that away so that you can completely focus on the representative and they can see that you are interested in asking questions about them and their program. Next, if you do have additional questions, it's always great to or potentially have questions in the future, it's always great to end the conversation with how you can contact the representative if you do end up having more questions. A lot of times the reps will either have a business card or some kind of school-sponsored social media that you can keep in touch with them. So it's really important to have that information from the representative in case you have more questions or in case you end up actually applying to their school. Finally, ask when the rep will be visiting our school and or the area. A lot of these representatives are assigned to a chunk of either the state or the country, and they are the same people that actually visit schools. So this can be a really good professional relationship that you develop with this person, an ongoing professional relationship where, again, if you decide you have more questions or you decide you want to apply and you get stuck on some of the application questions, you have somebody that you already knows who you are who can help you with that process. Now, last year when we did do the college fair field trip, one of the pieces of feedback that I received from juniors was they really wanted some ideas for what to ask the representatives. They said they got a lot out of the experience in general, but they really wish they could have had some prompts or some conversation starters. So I've created a list of just questions to consider. You don't have to ask these, but maybe something within these questions will resonate with you. It's by no means a complete list of questions, but just a sampling of what types of things you could be thinking about asking as you are on your quest to find the best fit for you. So a couple of questions. One is, what student organizations on campus recognize and celebrate my interests, such as academic, cultural, service interests? Another question, what opportunities are there to get a college experience before I apply? So those could be things such as an open house, it could be an overnight stay, it could be sitting in on a class. Any of those are great opportunities that students can participate in before they apply. Another question, what specific types of support are offered for a student such as me? That could include support such as academic, career planning, financial aid, mental health counseling, disability services, and so on. So that question kind of gets to the point of thinking about transitioning from high school to college and what the school might have to support each student through that process. Some additional sample questions. What qualities does your college look for in an applicant? How are freshmen welcomed and connected to the school community? Are there opportunities for internships or other connections with local businesses? That question gets to thinking about your major and how your major connects to opportunities within local businesses for either internships or future employment. Another question, what are your retention rates after freshman year? That question can say a lot about the culture of a school. And then finally, what percentage of graduates find full-time employment can also tell you a lot about a school in terms of what their degree means and getting a job or launching into a career after graduation. So those are just a few sample questions. You are more than welcome to brainstorm some more on your own. But really, the key thing is that this experience really is about you and you finding the best place for you and the best fit for you. So that's the best academic, social, and financial fit is what we are hope that you're shopping around for. As mentioned, we encourage you to make the most out of your time at the fair. And if you do end up running out of time or having more questions or you didn't get to visit all the booths that you wanted to, that same fair is going to be open the very next day, which is Saturday, November 2nd from noon to 4 o'clock p.m. So you can always go back. Thank you for your attention. We really appreciate it. And we are looking forward to going to the National College Fair with you. I do encourage juniors, when you see a PTSA member, give them a huge thanks because the PTSA is sponsoring this event and paying for all of the buses that take us over there to the convention center. And also, we have several parent volunteers and staff chaperones that are going. So when we get back, make sure to give them a big shout out for all of their efforts, because we really could not do this without them. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great experience for you. Make the most of it. Do a little pre-planning. Have a few questions in mind and enjoy the experience. Enjoy the day. Have a great one. Take care.